Most people come to Shamwari for the wildlife. We came with a different goal. As travel advisors, we had the opportunity to stay at one lodge while touring every property across the reserve, looking for the one we truly recommend to our clients. And honestly, one we'd come back to ourselves.
Wait till I show you this last room. It's gonna blow your socks off.
Along the way, we experienced unforgettable game drives,
I'll never forget this drive.
incredible luxury, and some of the closest wildlife encounters we've ever had.
You always get excited for those lions and elephants. Actually, it's really impressive, these little ones.
But our final morning was something else entirely.
There is some movement in the bush.
Anticipation is killing. Today, we're at Shamwari Private Game Reserve in South Africa's Eastern Cape. 25,000-hectare, malaria-free Big 5 Reserve. Across the property, you'll find 6 unique lodges, plus wildlife rehabilitation centers. We'll show you what it's really like to stay here
Nice.
and how each lodge offers a different way to experience this landscape.
I'm Victor, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
With no time to waste, we met our guide and went to look for animals.
There you go. There is a hippo.
And no safari is complete without seeing the king.
The lion sleeps tonight.
He's a 14-year-old male lion. He has a beautiful voice.
Our first drive for the stay, I call it a success.
Oh, our bags are here. Nice. Feels like a manor. Look at the ceiling fan. It's interesting. Feels like you're back in 1923, the show.
That is so cool.
Ooh, it's so soft.
I love these water bottles because our names are in here. It means it's ours to keep.
Oh ho ho ho! Wow! And it's completely safe here because we're fenced. Wow! Time for dinner time.
That is a beautiful thing.
Are you gonna be next?
I think so.
Okay, I like that.
It's a waiting area. Before your dinner, you can come in here and lounge so you can have your pre-drinks. Look at all that space. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And because this is a work trip, we have a couple of people from Amazing Africa and fellow travel agents having fun.
I decided to start with the soup.
The soup is right there in the onion.
Alright, that makes more sense now.
And you cannot come to Africa without having a dessert called malva pudding. Oh, and it's kind of crunchy. It's just crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. Sweet, but not too sweet. That's the best I can describe it. You just have to try it. As incredible as our first day at Shamwari was, the real reason we came here was about to begin. We just arrived in Bayete. It's on the northern part.
Because this is not only a vacation for us, but it's also work. We'll be visiting multiple game lodges here.
All part of the Shamwari Game Reserve.
And then we'll pick our favorite one.
One of the main draws to come here is their spa. You have options in the rooms where they have for couples, for one person. It's very relaxing. It smells so good. And you just overlook the Shamwari Game Reserve while you do it. It's a very peaceful way to end your game drives or just whenever.
And then there is a jacuzzi out here. In total, there are 12 lodges. You have to be 12 and up to stay here. It has more of modern mixed with African vibe. It's very contemporary, but it's mixed with nature. So you feel very immersed. And right outside is an outdoor shower. That is so cool. And did you see that? That's your heated spa. While breathing in the African bush. Bayete, check.
Next, we are at Eagle's Crag. It is one of those places that feels made for two. Exclusive, quiet, and wrapped in these dramatic rock faces and lush green cliffs.
This one gives you a totally different feeling. You are actually in the bush.
This place feels a little bit more private. I think that's the word. And while we're walking, you can hear the birds.
There are 9 junior suites, all glass, stone, and thatch, each with its own private deck, so it really feels like your own cocoon.
This is the area for honeymooners.
If you're wondering how to get here, as of the day of the recording, you only can get here by a shuttle transfer or by a vehicle. However, by the time you're watching this, most likely this airport will be already up and running. We have the terminal already here, and the runway is being currently built. The airport is located in the center of the game reserve, so it's very easy and simple to get to your lodge.
We are back to Longley Manor for my favorite part of the day.
Today's lunch consists of salad that everyone is sharing and some tapas. And one important thing to note, if you have any kind of allergies, you can let them know ahead of time and they can accommodate your diet. We're headed back out for another inspection. It is important to note that when you stay in one of the lodges here, you can request to have breakfast, lunch, or even dinner if you have the capacity or the strength to go in another lodge and come back on a game drive. What's nice about that is you get to see the other lodges and experience what they have to offer.
And just like magic, a herd of elephants were waiting for us just outside the gate.
I feel joy. That was beautiful. You just got out and here they are. How often does that happen? Welcome to Riverdene. How do you say it? Riverdene? Riverdene. This is a great choice for those that want to travel with kids. There is a total of 9 lodges in this property. It's very pretty, like children would love it here. And this is where you can have Boma dinner with your kids. Imagine a fire camp down here, sitting down around these chairs, just enjoying the sun, talking about how many animals you've seen for the day and which one's your favorite. In the middle of nowhere, now we enter the spa. So when I say all your kids can come, even your baby, because they have like a daycare here. It literally is a kid's paradise. If you book here as a family, you would be able to get your own safari vehicle if they're 3 and up. What I mean by that is if they're old enough to go with you, then you can all travel together in one and not worry about having other people in the vehicle that you have to think about or coordinate with, which is a very nice perk. And this is the Boma and Pizza Oven for kids. The children that does their own pizza here, they can pick whatever topping they want. If they just want pineapple, then so be it.
I want to be a kid again.
I know. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you.
Riverdene,
Riverdene.
check. Huh?
Check.
How do you say it?
Riverdene.
Riverdene, check.
On to the next one.
Zebra crossing for real. How often do you get to say that? Wow. As soon as you walk in, you have a great view of the Shamwari Game Reserve. It's Pure luxury here in terms of very tasteful. It has all the comforts that you would need or want.
Me and MJ doing this for like about 3 years, and I always get excited about the properties. Some of them have something special, different from each other. When I come to this one, this is something else. This is really, really impressive. The fact that it's in the middle of the game reserve is the only villa standing here, surrounded by all this nature. And everything is such a high quality. I already lost the number of the rooms, how many are.
6 rooms. It's perfect.
I'm talking to you right now, there's an elephant roaming. Like, how cool is that? And you knowing that this is, when you book it, it's all you. Whew.
And I believe this is a spa room. Yes, it is. I hear the birds from the trees.
A gym in a villa? Really?
You have your chef, you have your butler, your own game drive. If you're the type of person that wants privacy and want to enjoy the safari, this is the place. Wait till I show you this last room. Oh my God, it's gonna blow your socks off. Gosh, so this has so much space. I love it. This bathroom is huge. Not only do you have the tub that has the view, your walk-in shower, but wait, you can walk out because there is an outdoor shower if you want to feel more close to nature. Imagine staying here with your group. You're gonna have an amazing and memorable time. And this is what's wonderful about the East Cape. There's really like 4% only of the business that goes in here. Most goes to Kruger, Cape Town. Really is a hidden gem. During dinner or lunch, you have this area where you can have your drinks by the bar. You feel like you're just in the right place. Another lounge area. Now we're gonna check out the Boma. And Boma dinners, if you're not aware, a place where you can have a proper braai barbecue and showcasing all the African cuisine, candlelights, bonfire, proper drinks, proper food under the stars. Now, my friend, is the definition of what a Boma is, and I strongly encourage you to experience that. Thanks. Insider look of the kitchen. We have your coffee machine, water. There you go. You're not gonna cook, but I thought I'd share with you what the kitchen looked like because I was curious to see it. Maybe you are. Remember, this place comes with a chef. Cindirelli, check.
I don't think I need to see the last one in order to tell you which one is my favorite.
But the last one's gonna be the most expensive one.
All right. We're here on inspection, and MJ couldn't resist to grab the camera.
How often do you get this chance?
But before MJ could even take another photo, someone else had their own plans for the waterfall.
Are you, Oh, I'm having a swim.
Oh my God, that was perfect. All right, back to work. Cindirelli is one of their best lodges here. It's a tented lodge. So this property is a proper safari experience where you can kind of hear the animals out at night. So it also comes with a pool, which you can lounge on those hot days. I'm not sure what type of safari traveler are you, if you prefer lodges or if you prefer tented ones. We'll tell you later on which ones are favorite among all the lodges. Cindirelli, check.
The lodge tours were over. Now it was the time to experience the true heart of Shamwari.
Look at the beautiful coloration. Wow. So this is the Cape Dwarf Chameleon. You might find that it will open its mouth. That's generally a threat display.
Thank you, little friend.
Oh, good spotting, Dylan Sherbert. Well done.
We almost ran it over.
We were that close.
Dylan saved a life today.
That's unbelievable.
Super cool, eh?
You always get excited for those lions and elephants and big stuff, but actually it's really impressive.
The
These
little
little
things
ones,
of-
yeah, the detailed ones.
Wow! Oh, what a perfect last evening.
There you go. You most welcome, lady.
Cheers to our last night in Africa. For now, after everything we'd experienced that day, this surprise sundowner was the perfect way to slow down and take it all in. Before we even left the lodge, nature had already decided today's itinerary. And we followed the sound into the African bush.
Finding him turned out to be the easy part.
Oh, can we take a picture here really quick?
Wow.
This is the same male, yes, the southern king.
Now all we had to do was wait for that iconic roar.
Oh man.
Cats.
As it turned out, the lion wasn't the only cat we were about to encounter. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god, they're so relaxed.
Oh my god. I've seen them so close. Wow.
Every turn seemed to reveal something new. Oh, it's running.
Never been so close to the rhinos before. White rhinos are an incredible sight, but one animal has always been on the top of our wish list.
Hi, rhino.
The black rhino. Far more elusive and one we'd never seen before.
There they go.
Those are the blacks?
Those are black rhino.
Finally.
Oh, they are quite on the move.
You're looking at two of about 6,500 left on the planet. Wow. That's all.
I hope we get to see it up close.
Here on the right. 3 o'clock. Yeah. They're still moving upwards. Come on, black rhino. There's some movement in the bush.
Anticipation is killing.
Oh my god.
That was epic! I'll never forget this drive.
First time seeing a black rhino, that was a good introduction.
Damn, son. I'm awake now.
As incredible as the morning had already been, there was still one thing we hadn't experienced. Wow.
What an incredible sound.
This time, we weren't going to miss it.
Shamwari Game Reserve is truly special, and we've seen so many animals and sightings that we haven't seen before, even though we spent good amount of time in the bush. Truly special place, and I will never forget the moments and the animals that we've seen, especially today.
And to answer the big question, what is the favorite? I wouldn't mind to stay in any of them.
The Bayete kind of felt rustic in a mix of contemporary with African. I like that as a couple, but as a group, the private villa.
Private villa, it just took my breath away.
Oh, yeah, it's such a beautiful villa. And if you want more modern, the Eagle's Crane is the best option. Now, if you want to hear the animals at night, if you want a raw, tented feel and waking up, seeing the sun, then definitely it's the Cindirelli.
And if you want a manor feel,
Longley Manor is perfect. Can't really say anything wrong with staying in any of it.
if you want to stay in any of these properties, please reach to your travel agent. If you don't have one, we're here to help you. Our safari may have come to an end, but one final stop reminded us what makes Shamwari so special is its Wildlife Rehabilitation Center. But it's not here to interfere with nature. Injured animals within the reserve are left to follow the natural cycle of the wild. Instead, the center gives a second chance to animals whose lives have been impacted by people, from orphaned rhinos to wildlife injured beyond the reserve's borders. All these vultures that you see in this enclosure are Cape vultures, and the reason they are here is because all of them were electrocuted onto the power wires. Because of that, they become flightless. As of right now, they are all healed in terms of they don't feel any pain, but their muscles in the shoulders were damaged so much that they no longer can fly long distances, so they can do these short flights here. Unfortunately for these particular vultures, this is the end. But what they do, they breed here. So their chicks are being released to the wild. And what's interesting about that, they do fly all over, and because they're all colored with a GPS, so they can see how far they go. And some of them were recorded to Namibia, and then they fly back. And what's funny, we have two vultures on the very top of the cage. Those are the exact babies that were released from this facility. They flew all around, and they come back time to time here to check on the parents. How beautiful is that?